I want more of these. And I don't want to spend more of these. So I took one of these and I made one of these. So we're going to make a mold of this and see if we can make it swim like this. So here we're making the first half of the mold box. I'm using the petroleum jelly just to fill in the cracks on that mold to make sure that when I mix the plaster of Paris that it doesn't leak out. Sometimes it still does. On this particular mold, the mold I'm making right now is shorter than the mold box requires. So I used a little piece of cardboard just as a spacer. You can kind of see it's going through just a little bit there. This is the completed first half of the mold with the mold master, and you can see the two marbles that I've used as locators. I'll remove those before I pour the second half. Little pro tip for you right there. I'm using a brush to brush over as I pour in the plaster, and that makes sure that there's no bubbles that stick to the second half of your mold master. So after you remove the mold master, sometimes you have to clean up that pour spout and make sure that the plastisol is going to flow freely all the way into the cavity. So here to test the mold out, I'm just going to use a little more petroleum jelly as a mold release to make sure that it doesn't stick to this plaster of Paris mold. This color I'm mixing up here is called leftovers, and it was whatever I had laying around for plastics that I cut up to use. Okay, here's the mold we made. This is what we're aiming for. This was our mold master. This is the mold. And there's the fish. So it's the same size, roughly. And this is going to be a test to see if this can swim like this. And if we can get this to swim like this, then we're going to pretty this up, add some fins, a little more detail, maybe around the gills and whatnot, to this guy right here. And we'll make another mold and make it look even better. Just for my regular viewers, I threw together a quick color match on that first prototype I made. So while I was trying to talk about the prototype lures that we were testing, my second regular assistant there had a fish on. You can see it jump off right there. She got pretty excited about that. But we had one of them using a chatterbait with that trailer on it and a swim jig with that trailer on it. This is the $11 lure I made a regular attempt at recreating. Here it is swimming in the water. Nice little tail wiggle. Here's my paintbrush lure, prototype version of that same lure. Put it on a swim jig, had a nice wiggle on there, a very nice profile. And here it is in a chatterbait. All in all, I was really pleased at how it came out with the first attempt. Here it is, regular viewers, on my new lure, made from a paintbrush handle. There he is. Nice looking bass. Another one on the paintbrush lure. He had that swallowed down. Had to pull it out, but he's alright. He's not hurt. Another decent bass on a lure made from a paintbrush.
Don't forget!
Hey, what are you kids doing?